Hey guys, Jared here from Extra Time, and today I'm going to be giving you my Team of the Year prediction for FIFA 17. So guys, this is our first video, so if you could hit that like button down below and subscribe, that would be absolutely awesome. But with no further ado, let's get into the video. So for my goalkeeper spot, it's probably pretty obvious. Like, he's definitely the best goalkeeper in the world, but a lot of people would say different, either Buffon or De Gea, but you gotta admit that he is the best goalkeeper in the world, and if you don't already know, I've picked Manuel Neuer. So the reason why I picked Neuer over Buffon and De Gea for example, is no matter what, even though he's got one of the best defenses in the world in front of him, he doesn't let anything in. Even if he only has to make one save a game, it doesn't matter. He is the best goalkeeper. A lot of people have said Buffon as their goalkeeper, and yes, he has been absolutely awesome this year, but in my opinion, I think that he's got an even better defense with 5 defenders in front of him for the whole year, and I don't think he's had to make as many saves as Neuer had to. And De Gea also is good, but I don't think he's quite up there yet. Maybe in the next 2 years, him and Oblak or something like that could be going at it for that spot. But for now, I am going with Manuel Neuer, and I'm fairly confident with that choice. So for my left back position, I am going with Marcelo. He has been the core for Real Madrid, as well as some would maybe be surprised with Casemiro. He has been absolutely awesome. But Marcelo, perhaps, when Ronaldo cuts in, Marcelo can always make that attacking run as well, get those crosses in. He's got he's got a lot of assists this year, and he can also get back, do his defensive work, and he's just been absolutely outstanding this year. So that's why Marcelo is in the left back position. So for my left centre back, I am picking Gerard Piqué. For Barcelona here, in my opinion, other than Messi, other than the attacking three and maybe Iniesta, he has been the best player, by far the best defender in the team. Without him, Barcelona would be doing even worse. They probably would have lost. I would say they would have lost against Real Madrid if he wasn't even in there, even though you think he did lose the header to Sergio Ramos. But he has just been by far the best player. Ter Stegen has been struggling a little bit, but he's kind of kept Ter Stegen out of it and just kind of made sure that the ball doesn't get into the back of the net, basically. And yeah, he's had a lot of clean sheets this year as well, like nearly hitting 10 or so, which is pretty good halfway through this season, and last season, of course, winning the league. So they've done pretty well this year. For my right centre back, I am picking the best centre back, I swear, in the past at least 2 years, and that is Diego Godin. He is the most underrated centre back in the world, in my opinion. He never gotten into Team of the Year, I don't think, from memory, and he's just been absolutely ridiculous for him for the past 5 years. But he's only recently stepped up and he's been absolutely awesome for them. So with a partner of Jimenez and Felipe Luis and Juan Fran there, their defense is ridiculous, but he still stands out from the rest. And as I said with Marcelo, he's the core of the whole team. Without him, Atletico Madrid would fall apart. Helping them to get to the Champions League final. I know this isn't this year, but a couple years ago, helping them win the league. So moving to right back, I have put another centre back in there, and that is Pepe. This is a bit controversial that I didn't put Sergio Ramos in there, and in my opinion, Pepe was ridiculous this season, winning the Champions League, winning the Euros, because he was one of the best players at the Euros, and obviously people don't really recognise centre-backs as being really good players at the Euros, but even though Portugal only came third, I think they only conceded 1 goal in the group stage. Don't quote me on that, but he kept a lot of clean sheets and kept basically Portugal going past the 90th minute and winning in extra time. And so he's won the Euros, won the Champions League. I know Sergio Ramos did score that winner, like the winner or equaliser or whatever in the Champions League, but I reckon Pepe has been a better player as a centre-back. If you pick an attacking centre-back, you definitely pick Sergio Ramos, but obviously we're looking for the best centre-back this year, and even though it's in the right back position, I needed another defender, so I'm picking Pepe over Sergio Ramos. So moving up to the midfield, this could be a bit controversial, but the first player that I'm picking is N'Golo Kante. Now, yes, I was thinking a lot about this and thinking, was he like a really good, was he like top 3 best centre mids in the world, like quality? Was he like top 3 midfielders? And once you think about it, yes, I would say he was. Helping Leicester win the league from one of the best, the best wins like of a league from Leicester. That is the best like league victory that you'll probably ever see, at least in the Premier League. And as soon as he left in the transfer window for Chelsea, Leicester just dropped off and Chelsea went up. And I know Chelsea as a whole has been playing better, but I reckon he's lifted them, also with Conte, but yeah, he's just basically lifted, he carried Leicester, other than Mahrez and Vardy. I reckon he was better than both of them, probably combined. He was underlooked for the whole season until the very end, when people realised he's been the core of the whole team, and he, by far, like, has been the best centre mid in the Premier League. And so I would say he's the top 3 best centre mids in the world at this very moment as well. So obviously we won the league with Leicester, winning the league with Chelsea at the moment, and getting to the final of the Euros. If he was in that, he was in that team, I'm pretty sure. It would be a bit weird if he wasn't. He was. So yeah, he's had an absolute stupendous season, but I wouldn't say he's the best midfielder this year, but he was one of the best. In the other centre mid position, I have picked Luka Modric. Now, there's a lot to say about this guy, but everyone would have picked him in his team. Yeah, so he's definitely by far the best midfielder in the world. He creates something out of nothing, and it's just like he doesn't crack under pressure, I would say, and he's one of the most calm players that you'll ever see, like, grace the field. He just knows where to pass it, sets up the top 3 of Ronaldo, Benzema and Bale, and he just creates basically all Real Madrid's chances, winning the Champions League, winning the league at the moment, and yeah, he's had an absolute brilliant season basically every season, and that's why he is going into my team of the year. And filling out that final midfield position, I am going with Andres Iniesta. I think, if I'm right to say, him, Messi and Ronaldo are the only players to be in team of the year every year, I think. I might check that after, and I might correct myself right now, but yeah, he has been absolutely brilliant for Barcelona this season. He's basically up there with Modric as the best midfielder, and yeah, he creates everything. He might not be able to score. I think he's only scored 1 goal this season or something, like in the past 2 seasons or something. But the amount of assists and the amount of brilliant opportunities he's made for, yet again, the front 3 of Messi, Suarez and Neymar. Yet again, with Modric, he creates something out of nothing and has spectacular passing range. I'd say better than Modric. Alright, moving on to the front 3. I'm going to go with left wing and right wing, and it's the obvious choices of Messi and Ronaldo up there. And there's no disputing this. I was surprised that some people like saying, oh no, Bale over Messi. What? Are you kidding me? Messi, I reckon he actually had a really good season. Some people were saying he didn't actually have a good season, but in my opinion, statistically he had a better season than Ronaldo, but I still think Ronaldo deserves to win the Ballon d'Or because he scored a lot of goals, won the Euros, won the Champions League. This has been his best season so far, and yeah, he has been ridiculous as always, and he's going to keep doing that for the next 3, 4, 5. Who knows? He could be like, you know how Ibra is doing really well in the Premier League? I feel like Ronaldo could do even better. And you never see that from, say, a 36-year-old of Ibra at the moment. But Ronaldo seems to just be getting better and better. I think he's 31 now, or 30, or I could be totally wrong there. But yeah, he doesn't look like he's slowing down. And obviously, the other player, Messi, you can't not pick him. I reckon it's still very close to say who's the better player in the world. But Messi, even though Ronaldo scores a lot and he does get a few assists, Messi is unselfish, the best dribbler in the world you'll ever see. I reckon, he's just ridiculous at dribbling, and some of the goals that he scored this season, that dribble against Espanyol, I think actually that might have been this year in 2017, but that dribble that he did to set up Suarez was brilliant. It was unbelievable what he did. How quick can you be for those? How quick can your feet be? It's ridiculous. And moving on to the final position of the team, and that is the striker. And some of you might be surprised at my pick, and this isn't what I want, it's what will happen in my opinion. And that will be Antoine Griezmann at striker. And I know a lot of you are saying Suarez, he had the best season he's ever had, and he's the best striker in the world by far. And in my opinion, he is, and he deserves that spot there. But with Antoine Griezmann getting in the top 3 of the Ballon d'Or, and I know it's separate, but I still think that they'll see that and oh, we got to put the top 3 in the thing, and Griezmann will get it in my opinion. So last season, 2015-16, Suarez scored 53 goals in 49 games, and this season he's already scored 12 goals in 16 games or something with 4 assists. So he has contributed, I think, more goals and assists than Messi and Ronaldo at the moment, and I don't know how he won't be in the team of the year. Don't quote me on this, because he still might be, but yeah, at the moment it's looking like yeah, Griezmann's gonna get it. Alright guys, that is the team, so let's quickly go back over it. I've got Neuer in goal, Marcelo, Piqué, Godin, and Pepe at the back, Iniesta, Kante, and Modric, with Ronaldo, Griezmann, and Messi up top. So guys, this video did take a lot to make, and all those cards were made by myself. Everything that you see on screen, yeah, was made by yours truly. So if you could hit that like button down below, that would mean everything to me. And also subscribe, because you'll be getting a lot of the same content with me and Lockie, who is also doing this channel.